Now, for more discussion on global vaccine cooperation, we're joined by Dr. Richard Cheng. He's a US-based physician who has treated COVID-19 patients. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, ma'am.
So first, let's talk about the main goals and the key players at this inaugural Vaccine Cooperation Forum in light of where the world now stands more than a year and a half into this fight against COVID.
That's a great question, actually. It is all applaudable for the hard work of all these governments worldwide to work together towards the elimination and control of this pandemic. As you just mentioned, it's been a year and a half into this pandemic, and we don't really see much of a loosening of this pandemic at this stage. And what I want to say is, vaccines, masks, and lockdowns, these are at certain times may be necessary. However, I see, as a physician, I see that as an incomplete policy. One thing I think China really can contribute is the philosophy of Chinese long and thousands of years of medicine, which is prevention first and also holistic view. By that, I mean, I feel that we have not focused enough on individuals or consumers' collaboration. We need to educate and promote nutritional self-immune system of every individual to fight against the infections. Masks, vaccines, lockdowns, these are all at times maybe necessary. However, I think this is a major big missing piece. As a physician, I think I can help to contribute.
And that's interesting because that does also speak to prevention if you already have a healthy immune system to help you at least try and fight off when you have a pandemic like this. Now, I want to talk about China. You did mention they have pledged to send more vaccines around the world. They're also donating to COVAX as well. How significant is their contribution?
Well, this is all great, like I said. I just heard the 2 billion doses. That sounds like a lot. However, I mean, that's a bigger contribution, and the vaccines are all have their potential effects. But again, as me, I'm trying to play a critical thinker here. Is that one of the major problems as we have seen of these RNA viruses is that they mutate very rapidly, as we see the Delta. So the problem with vaccine inherently, I mean, here I'm not trying to say all the great things. I'm trying to see the potential problems that this may have. Is that the vaccines are reactive. Vaccines are only designed for certain species. Once they mutate, significantly, vaccines may not be effective, as we are seeing. So how can we deal with that problem? Now we have Delta. Next time, what variant will we have? And these things will mutate. How can we prepare and plan in advance? So again, coming back to, in addition to all these other great efforts or authorities the governments are doing, we need to focus on educating the consumers to living a healthy lifestyle, eating healthier, taking natural viral killing agents, right, including like the CND, and boost their own immunity. That is one big part of this whole global pandemic management policy I'm afraid not many countries have been talking about.
And as you mentioned, it should take a holistic approach. Unfortunately, at this point, a lot of people are still trying to put out the fires that are right in front of them. I mean, we know that some wealthier countries are looking at booster shots for those already vaccinated, but you have a lot of poorer countries still awaiting their first vaccine doses or even treatments. What is the most efficient and effective way to address this huge gap between wealthy and poorer nations in terms of managing this pandemic?
That's actually a great question, excellent question. Vaccines, like I said, are part of the ways. However, living a healthy lifestyle is very I mean, it's accessible and it's widely available. And for example, some of those vitamins, they are very not cheap, I want to say, very cheap, very expensive. However, it's been missing. So I would say, in addition, all these other coordinated efforts, what I see is the collaboration among governments, among the authorities. But we need to collaborate with the citizens, the consumers, educate them to, boost their own immunity, exercise, and don't drink, take less of the junk food and living healthier. These are very critical. Those, all we need, I mean, mostly all we need is maybe education and also supply of these inexpensive natural agents that were already there, existing. And of course, if we have a pharmaceutical, that'd be great too. I mean, whatever works, we should use them. The whole goal is to control this, damn pandemic.
Well, certainly a lot of lessons to be learned from this. Thank you so much, Dr. Richard Cheng there, who has treated COVID patients.